It's the Refined Reseller. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. In this video, I go over 10 things that all eBay sellers should know, but a lot of eBay sellers do not know. It's an informative video that will help you become a better eBay seller and keep you out of trouble, so please check it out. As you can see in my thumbnail, I have that selling on eBay is not rocket science. However, it's not simple math. It's more like algebra, and you really need to know what you're doing, because if you break eBay rules, you're going to get into a lot of trouble with eBay, and it could lead to some really bad consequences. You're going to find out all about it in this video, but first I hope you take the time to like it, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. So let's go. So here I have in my hands 10 posts that I got off of Facebook eBay seller pages. I'm going to go over all 10 of these. I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just trying to use these examples to help make you a better eBay seller. So here's the first one. What word do you use in place of Velcro when referring to shoe closures? I just had a listing taken down. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 of eBay sellers who don't know what they're doing, this is a 10, and the reason it's a 10 is because this is one of eBay's golden rules. You could not use the word Velcro in an item title or item listing. It is what is called a Vero item, V-E-R-O. It stands for Verified Rights Owner, and it is a program that allows owners of intellectual property like Velcro and their authorized representatives to report eBay listings that may infringe on those rights. Now, this person is a little upset because the listing had been taken down. She should actually be happy, because what could have happened, she could have gotten suspended for 3 days, or worse, even worse than that is she could have gotten kicked off of eBay forever and could have never been allowed to sell on eBay again. I know it sounds harsh, but that can happen if you put Vero items on eBay. There's a very long list. I'm not going to go over all of the items. Just go ahead and Google eBay Vero items and make sure you're familiar with that list so you don't list any items that are on eBay's Vero list, because you will get in trouble. Here's the second post. So is the policy now that eBay automatically sides with buyers on returns? I sold a wool coat. The buyer did an item not as described return. I contested it, and eBay ruled in the buyer's favor. I have to refund the payment in full, including the shipping. This is so frustrating. I remember a time when I could call eBay and resolve this. Is that over? So on my scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this an 8, because there's actually 2 issues here. She is upset, or he is upset, because the buyer wants to return an item that was not as described, and the buyer can do that. The seller has got to accept that return no matter what. No matter if she put, I do not accept refunds, or I do not do returns all over the item, that seller still has to. And here's the other mistake she made, or I don't know, maybe she just worded it incorrectly, but she says, I remember a time when I could call eBay and resolve this. Is that over? Yeah, it's over. You can't call eBay. You have to get eBay to call you. There is no 800 eBay number. I said this in one of my videos earlier this week. People think they can pick up the phone and call eBay, and they can't. You have to go to seller help and have eBay call you. Post number 3. I am so sick of getting lowball offers for my listings. Getting a $60 offer for an item I have listed for $100 is unacceptable. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, what eBay sellers don't know, this is about a 7. And the reason is this person took the lowball offer personally. Look, if you're going to put out buy it now and you're going to put best offer on those listings, you are going to get some lowball offers. I understand people get upset, but you really shouldn't. You should not take it personally. You should just decline it or counter and move on. It will save you a lot of headache. Next post, I have a question for the people who sell greeting cards individually and ship them using a regular stamp without tracking. How do you get around the tracking upload? Well, you don't get around the tracking upload. You're taking a huge gamble. because when that buyer gets the greeting card or whatever it is you sent them in an envelope with the stamp on it, they can call eBay and say, I never received that item, and there is no proof that that person did not receive that item because you chose not to do tracking. My advice is you've got to have proof that the item was shipped and it was received, and the only way you can do that is by buying postage on eBay and getting a tracking number. Again, you can take the chance. I know there are thousands of sellers out there who probably sell sports cards or whatever and have for a very long time. They always put them in an envelope. They take a chance. Sometimes they get burned. Most of the time they don't. But again, I would not chance it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this is about an 8. So here's the next one. This is rather lengthy, but it's really worth your time to listen to what I have to say because this could save you some headache and some trouble. So back before the holidays, I received a 3-day restriction on my account for listing a counterfeit item. I called eBay and advised the original item was purchased on eBay for resale and had obviously not been removed for being counterfeit at that time. I also asked them how I was supposed to know if an item was counterfeit before listing it, even after it was purchased on eBay. They suggested that I spend money to get it authenticated before listing it, obviously adding more money to my overhead. I just waited and continued after that. Last night, I listed another item I also purchased on eBay several months ago, and this one was also flagged, with my account now being restricted for 7 days. I again called to see if there was some type of appeal process and again was told there wasn't. This is completely ridiculous because I am 100% sure that this most recent item was authentic. Does anyone know of anything I can do to appeal the process? I can't even fathom how these decisions are made. Not only does my item get removed, but my entire account gets restricted. I'm about ready to leave eBay and try Shopify or Amazon. Any help would be greatly appreciated. So here's your help. On a scale of 1 to 10, my meter blew up. I could give this a 40 because there's about 4 or 5 things on here that are just terrible things that an eBay buyer should never do. So let me go ahead and go over those. First of all, obviously she is sourcing items to resell by buying them on eBay. So she bought an item. I'm assuming it was a high-end piece of clothing perhaps, and she got it at a low price and figured she could resell it and make a profit. It might have been an item that was a buy it now item with best offer. So maybe she made a best offer and the person accepted it, and the reason the seller accepted it is because the seller knew the item was counterfeit. Now, you can't sell counterfeit items on eBay, but they do slip through. I mean, there are 1.6 billion items listed for sale right now on eBay. eBay really can't, check every single one of them. Some are going to slip through. So she bought it on eBay, not knowing whether it was real, fake, or counterfeit or whatever. She got it, and she listed it on eBay, and she got slammed, and she got put on probation for selling a counterfeit item. Well, here's the deal. Whatever you do, if you have a high-end clothing product, shoes, purses, whatever, do not list it on eBay for sale unless you are 100% sure it is authentic. She says the second item she sold, she knows that it's 100% authentic. My question is, how does she know? When she bought the item on eBay, did that eBay seller send her a receipt from the company where she purchased it from? Did she get it authenticated? Obviously she didn't because she doesn't want to spend more money to get it authenticated. So she's buying items on eBay to resell that she does not know if they are authentic or not. Then she's listing them to sell on eBay, not knowing if they are authentic or not. And then when she gets dinged by eBay, what does she do? She sits here and she complains about eBay, how it's not fair and she can't fathom how the decisions are made. But let me just tell you this. eBay gives all sellers a platform to sell their items, and eBay has rules that need to be followed. This is one rule that you must follow as an eBay seller, and she did not follow it. Not only did she do it once, she did it twice. So she's saying that, or he's saying that she's ready to leave eBay. Well, my suggestion is, I think you should, because eBay sellers like you give eBay sellers like me a bad name. Go try Shopify, go try Amazon, and just be lucky that you haven't been banned from selling on eBay for the rest of your life, even though I don't think it really matters because you want to leave the platform anyway because eBay is not fair. So you're going to go try Shopify or Amazon. And let me just tell you this. Go ahead and try to sell a fake product on Shopify or Amazon and see what happens to you. Moving right along, what's the best time to start an auction and how long should I run it? That's a very good question. I see this a lot, and here's the answer. You should run a 7-day auction. You should start the auction on Sunday evening at 9 o'clock Pacific time. And the reason you should start it Pacific time is simply because more people live on the West Coast. I have tried this at different times of the week, different times of the day. I have read a lot about this, and again, it is showing the best time to list an item is on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time, and run it for 7 days. Next up, I'm curious if the seller lives and sells in a state that has a sales tax, the state he lives and sells in collects the tax, right? If this is so, why is sales tax collected from me who lives and sells in Oregon that does not have a sales tax? Okay, so, this is like an 8 because she's got it reversed. When an item is sold, the sales tax is collected from the state in which the buyer lives, not the seller. It's a very simple answer. She just has this all confused. Again, when you sell an item, if Texas has a sales tax and the person that buys it lives in Texas, the buyer in Texas is going to pay the sales tax. Very simple. I hope I explained that as simple as possible and that you totally understand it. Obviously, this person had it all messed up. Here's the next one. If someone can help me, it would be greatly appreciated. One of my auctions recently ended and the buyer paid in full on eBay for the items and shipping costs. The buyer and I agreed to meet locally to distribute the items, and I agreed to repay him in cash the total shipping cost. So everything is fine on both ends of the sale. My question is, on eBay, how do I indicate the items were shipped? Well, first of all, everything is not fine, at least not for eBay, because there's no proof that you ever gave these items to the buyer. There is no tracking, so the buyer could take those items and take the money that you refunded him for shipping costs, go home, file a complaint with eBay, and say they never received the items because there is no tracking. You've got to have tracking. So my advice is, if you sell an item and it just so happens the buyer lives in the same city you do, do not deliver those items to him. Ship them to him. And here's the very last one. Hello everyone, I'm a beginner. I listed my 3 listings last week, but unfortunately, nothing sold. But my impressions level is high. I have more items to sell. What can I do to increase my selling limits? Thanks. Well, most eBay sellers, when they start out selling, they think they can just go ahead and list as many items that they want. They can't. Generally, eBay will allow a new seller to list 10 items and sell up to $500 the very first month they sell. It's pretty much the same for the second month and the third month as well. Now, if you list 10 items as a new eBay seller and you sell, say, 6 of those items and everything goes well and you get positive feedback, you can get in touch with eBay and you can ask them to increase the number of items that you were allowed to sell and how much you can sell those items for. But again, this is a very good question. A lot of people just don't know that. Again, they think that eBay is going to allow somebody who has never sold on eBay before to go ahead and list 300 or 400 items. It's just not going to happen. As a new eBay seller, you've got to prove that to eBay that you are going to follow their rules, you're going to do as told, you're going to be a good seller, you're not going to break any rules, your listings are going to be up to par, you're not going to have any Vero items. And again, you just have to prove to eBay that you can do it and you were doing your best to be a good eBay seller. So there you have it, some answers to some questions I see on eBay seller Facebook pages. Again, I've been kind of rough, and I'm just trying to be honest because there are some people who sell on eBay who probably should not be. They don't know what they're doing, and what happens is they get in trouble and they get suspended. Then they get on social media and they talk about how horrible the selling platform of eBay is, how horrible eBay has treated them as a seller, when the truth is it's totally their fault. And I just pointed some of those out to you so you don't make those mistakes. I really hope you found this video informative, and I hope you learned something from it. If you did, I hope you take the time to like it, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. This is the Refined Reseller saying, as always, do like me. Buy low, sell high, good sourcing, good selling, and I'll see you next time.